2, go.
Ben Brown at Evolution Martial Arts in Sparks, Nevada with Brad. We're talking about finishes from the back. I happen to believe that if a person's good at escaping, a rear naked choke can be tough. It can be tough to finish somebody who understands the fundamentals of escapes. So I believe you have to have a couple of options to go to. Armbar from back control, which there's already a video on that, is a great option. We just did no-gi bow and arrow. That's an option. You know, it's kind of an exotic option, but I think an armbar is a pretty fundamental submission from the back when you can't choke them. And then this rear triangle is my favorite. I call it the Hotel California. I didn't make up the submission by any means, but I think I made up that name. And the reason I did is because you can check in, but you can never leave. At least if you're doing it right. It's very hard to get out of if you set it up right. And it kind of flows with the armbar and then back to the back. So like all three of these can go together. So I've got Brad's back. Got my standard seat belt. Here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for him to engage this hand on my choking side in defense. This is very he has to do this because if he doesn't, I'm going to choke him, right? So he's got to do that. When he does that, I usually use this underhook hand to trap his hand. Okay. Now what I'm looking to do, set him down here. So I'm kind of setting him in my lap here, and I want to get this knee over his shoulder. Grab my own shin. So this buys me time. Now here's the most precarious part as this person, is that if Brad's wise, he's gonna grab my foot and trap it in between his legs. There's no triangle here, okay? So as soon as I get to this place, I'm trying to hide my foot. I always think John Danaher talks about the shoelaces, top of your foot. I wanna put my shoelaces on his butt, okay? This buys me time. Here's another little detail. I'm already in pretty good position, but sometimes what happens is you have this angle where the crease of your knee is where the carotid is. So it's leaving space for blood flow, right? So you end up here sometimes. If your knee is like on the side of their head, this isn't the correct orientation. So I'm here. Often I have to shift my hips to the side. I'm thinking about getting my knee behind his head, which won't happen. But see, this is a much better angle than it was before. So now my calf is on his carotid. Okay, so I've got my shoelaces hidden. Brad's gonna be fighting this. Nobody likes this. When he starts fighting this, my predictable response is, I'm gonna grab this arm. I reach inside the arm, so you're gonna use both your hands to fight this, right? I reach in here, I connect it to my chest, I start falling back. I'm making him think about this so that I can get this, right? And I'm trying to be kind of sly about it. I don't want to go, whoa, all the way over here. Then he grabs, oh sorry, I catch you.
Yeah, it's all good.
He grabs my foot, puts it in between his legs. Triangle's gone, right? If he's smart, he knows that. So I'm making him think about this. Yeah, he's doing all that, and I'm doing this. I'm gonna try to keep it kind of loose. You can already see his face is getting red because this is tight. So I lock it up, and again, I hide my shoelaces so he can't get to my foot. And then to finish, literally it's squeeze, hips forward. What's cool about this, I'm gonna release this, but imagine that it's still closed. I'm releasing it because Brad's my friend and that's uncomfortable. Look, I have an actual armbar here. Yep. I have a wrist lock. Yep. You okay?
Yeah, good.
There's kind of a weird like Kimura. There's, I can go here. What I think is the worst one is I reach in to his arm in my armpit. So imagine I have this locked up. I have this. If I hit forward, I literally feel like I could rip your arm off your body. Yeah. Of course I can't, but it feels like I can. So, in my opinion, this is the most dominant submission in jiu-jitsu. At least for regular people like us. We're not trying to win world championships, but I'm telling you, this rear triangle, super hard to get out of. Often when I put people in it, they don't know what's happening because they've never been in it before, so they don't know what they should do to defend it. So we'll do it at a little more normal pace. Got his back. I'm just waiting for him to get that hand in. Boom. Hide my foot. Right? If I want to be really nasty, bam. Tap. Game over.
Doesn't take long.
No, it's super fast. I just think that the back is such a great place to be, but in a way it's so easy to defend when you know what you're doing, that the attacker should have other options. Armbar, rear triangle, and possibly no gi, bow and arrow. If you're in a gi, yeah, bow and arrow for sure. Most dominant submission there is. Anything?
That's it. Thanks.